This is WOR Radio, your station for news.
What do you hear in the best of circles?
Schaefer all around.
People all have fun.
The pleasure doesn't fade.
After one or two,
You get that first beer pleasure each beer through. Now that's why you hear in the best of circles.
Schaefer all around.
Schaefer invites you to watch the parade of American history at Freedomland, USA. Along with the recreations of great events of our past, Schaefer has been invited to show you as it's brewing in 1842 and as it is today. Come out and see that original Schaefer brewery, the home site of America's oldest lager beer. And while you're there, pick up an entry blank for the Schaefer My Best Gal contest. It's exciting, easy to enter, and valuable prizes can be yours. This is WOR AM and FM New York, owned and operated by RKO General. See the 4-star motion picture Song Without End, together with a magnificent stage show, now at Radio City Music Hall. Song Without End. At the WOR time signal, 1 o'clock.
James McCarthy reporting. For up-to-the-minute reports, stay tuned to this station. Now, the news. A ragtag army, made up mostly of volunteers from all walks of life, began laying siege on the Congo's Kasai province in a move to liberate the valuable mining state from the Central Congo government forces and install Albert Kalonji as its provisional head just a short while ago. Kalonji is the self-styled president of the mineral-rich Kasai area, who was forced to flee his government seat by forces of Congolese Premier Patrice Lumumba some time ago. At the time, Lumumba's forces invaded Kasai and took control over much of the area. Kalonji charged that the Congo Premier's troops were being led by Czechoslovakian military advisors and were using communist arms and munitions. This was later confirmed by a communist leader in Leopoldville, who told reporters that the Reds were more involved than most people thought, adding, "You don't think they, the Congolese, could do this by themselves, do you?" The volunteer force of Kalonji, estimated at anywhere from 250 to 500 men, crossed the river Labilash from another breakaway state, Katanga, and are headed for Laputa in central Kasai. Katanga's premier, Moshi Chambe, is said to have armed the Kalonji rebels and offered military advisors in the battle, but this has not been confirmed. More news in a moment.
Say, baseball fans, do you have an inquisitive youngster who has the knack of asking just the baseball question that stumps you? Or do you yourself sometimes wonder about a baseball question or two? If so, here's big news about an exciting new book. It's the Mutual Baseball Annual, and it's baseball's biggest $1 value. Edited by Van Patrick, the Mutual Baseball Annual is like 16 Major League yearbooks rolled into one. Over 200 action photos, plus biographical sketches and pictures of almost 200 stars. You get a sweeping view of the 1960 baseball season, as well as the home schedules and rosters of all teams. And an extra bonus, an all-time record section. So if you want the answers to baseball questions, get the Mutual Baseball Annual. Just send $1 to Baseball, Mutual Network, New York 18. A $2 value for only $1. Order your copy today. That's $1 to Baseball, Mutual Network, New York 18.
Well, America, it appears as though Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev will be alone in his publicity-seeking appearance at the UN General Assembly this month, as diplomatic observers claim the West's leaders have adopted a stay-away policy. The observers said the first round of consultations between President Eisenhower, French President de Gaulle, and Britain's Prime Minister Macmillan favored this policy, but they have left the door open for possible new developments and won't commit themselves to the meeting until sometime next week. The highway death toll is reaching staggering proportions today as Americans try to race the Grim Reaper on the nation's roads. Paul Jones, Information Director for the National Safety Council, gives us the details.
61 lives already have been lost on the highway in accidents since the Labor Day weekend holiday began last evening. While this is running slightly behind the Labor Day toll last year, it is catching up at such a rapid pace that every motorist should double his care and try to prevent every possible accident. The first 30 hours of the holiday period have been proved to be the most dangerous. Drive accordingly, please.
The first Russian freighter to take grain and cotton from the Black Sea to Cuba has left Odessa for Havana, where it will exchange its cargo for Castro's sugar. 6 red oil tankers are also in this convoy, 2 empty, again for Castro's sugar.